Hey guys, Wrench here. I thought I would talk through a little bit of an air engagement, so I'm going to go ahead and play through this, and we'll see what we come up with. So just so you know, this is a real simple little mission that I have set up with F5 and Meg heading head-to-head, guns only, and I'm recording this after the fact just because my audio stuff isn't quite set up just yet. So basically what I'm doing right now is just sort of playing with my trim and making sure that that's all squared away. And all we're going to do is close, and what I'm going to do is go through the vertical, because that's inevitably what he's more than likely going to do. And the F5 actually has some pretty good climbing characteristics, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to try to climb as straight up as possible, and what I'm going to do is hold it about as long as I can, get as much altitude as possible. Hopefully I can climb above him. So you're going to let your airspeed come down, you're going to sacrifice some of that for altitude, and then you're going to pull while you still have the airspeed to be able to get your nose around. Might be kind of difficult to see him with the compression we got going on, but I'm solid visual on him the whole time, and what I'm doing is I'm just watching his tail. Ultimately what I want to try to do is pull around and get behind him. Ultimately he's probably going to be climbing again by the time that happens, so I'll have to pull some G. But hopefully I'll be able to descend behind him long enough to have the airspeed to do so. Here we can see it, he's pulling into the vertical, and what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pull straight towards him, I'm going to aim for his tail. Keep that lag pursuit going, watch that AOT drop, and I'm just watching for wings, watching for any indication. And here I'm getting a little jumpy on the guns just because I had a few failed attempts at recording this, I was getting a little flustered. Definitely something you got to avoid as a pilot, but so you can see me screw up a shot there massively, and I actually end up closing way too fast. What I should have done once I saw I was closing in on him that quick, should have came off the throttles, but ultimately was able to get him there with a couple lucky hits to the engine and fuel system, stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is climb back away, because I know he can't climb to match me, even if you know, I didn't do as much damage as I thought, and then verify the kill. So let's go ahead and watch some of that in TAC view. Okay, so here we are. I'm just coming to the point just before the merge so we can see how that altitude thing goes. Now, you can see I was above him, but I knew he wasn't going to be able to get his nose up and be able to get a shot in time, not with guns. If he had missiles, it would be a little bit different. And as you can see, I'm way above him already. Just keeping it on smash. You can see how I've leveled out my parabola there, so I'm not really pulling much G right now, just sort of heading straight up. I'm going to come over the top, and then rather than using God's G to come right back down, I'm actually just going to maintain maintain this attitude as long as I can. Now I'm starting to pull while I've still got the airspeed to get around, and you'll see what I'm going to do here is try to come around right behind him. Now you can see the only thing that he can do is try to out-climb me now. If he dives, I got him. If he turns, I got him. Anything but a climb, he's totally screwed. And what he does is he does sort of a climbing turn. Ultimately, he would have been better off to pull straight up, but it's not what he did. Now you can see I'm inside of his flight line. What I'd really like to do is continue aiming for the tail right now, stay on his flight line, because I've got the speed advantage. Anytime you've got a speed advantage, you don't need to pull lead. But I was pulling lead because I was getting a little antsy, so, as I said. Anyway, there ends up getting a kill, and we pop a flare or two just to celebrate and piss him off a little bit. And there you go. That's one example of how it's done. Okay, I decided to do one more shot. I realized that I have a ultra wide screen, so a lot of times when he was visible to me, he wouldn't have been visible to you. So I figured I'd do another shot here from the TAC view and track IR, just so you can maybe keep a little bit better track of what's going on. One thing I've actually thought about doing is adding lines in the canopy to help you keep track of the aircraft while you're looking way out the top, where you can't really see any canopy rails. It's sort of like the grease pencil marks that A10 pilots use. Anyway, we're coming through the part with the at the top of my vertical here, getting ready to roll back down. Unfortunately, this track IR data is not actually copied, obviously. I was just watching the TAC view file and using track view. But, you know, you probably wouldn't have been able to see him anyway, because he still would have been off to the side of the screen, and I'd have to move it around and stuff. So, I'm just going to roll with it this way. See, this part I actually did pretty well, but I should have seen as he was coming to the right and I had that big speed advantage, I should have pushed farther to the outside of his turn. You know, it's always good in an AAR to be able to go over what you did wrong, not just what you did right. You see I sent that over his wing because I was, well, I hate to say it again, but I was rushing the shots, so... Ended up getting real close to him here, and in the track IR you'll see that or in the TAC view you'll see I go right through him, but of course the aircraft in the sim is actually moving as you saw in the first shot. So that was one more just to clear up any confusion. Alright, thanks for watching.